Good morning, YouTubers. It's Lunatic Fringer again. Yeah, me. I'm just waking up here and figured I'd make a quick little video. Don't I look handsome in the morning? Oh yeah. In my Star Wars PJs. Yeah, I'm a geek, like I said. Anyway. Well, didn't make a vlog yesterday, but I meant to, so I figured I'd make one this morning. And yet again, starting out with this, I'm having a little bit of trouble getting a rhythm. What do I talk about every day? You know what, Philly D? I don't know how you do it, man. I really don't, but I'm working on it. So, I guess off the top of my head, yeah, I got a magazine close by, right here. Let's talk about this. Star Wars, The Old Republic. I have to admit, I'm kind of disappointed with some of the developments in it. Well, with any game, really, where you take, if it's a remake or a continuation. And I guess, really, Star Wars The Old Republic isn't a remake, but there's already been another Star Wars MMO. So, I think you have a fan base out there that was expecting a few things that the existing one has in the next one. But World of Warcraft changed everything, or so I keep hearing. And I guess some people think that's good, and then there are other people, I guess I'm going to throw myself into that crowd, that don't necessarily think that's a good thing because they feel that the MMO industry has become cookie cutter, very cookie cutter, and that we've tried to emulate the success of World of Warcraft in a niche market that's really hard to make appeal to a broader scope of people, because there are a lot of gamers in the world, I think, today, especially for my generation in the 1980s. We've got more and more gamers out there, but you don't necessarily have a lot of MMO players, people that will pay a monthly subscription on top of a game because they don't want to rent the game. And then we have these asinine ideas like free-to-play, F2P, and, I find it pretty close to fraud, really. I don't like it, those free-to-play models, because it's an outright lie. It's not free-to-play. You might download the game and hop in there, but you're playing through the first 5-minute tutorial, and then everything you click, it's like, pay this to proceed, pay this to proceed, and that's not free to play, I'm sorry to say. If you really were a free to play game, you would get the game free, you'd be able to play through most of the content for free before having to pay anything. And honestly, yeah, in a business sense, that wouldn't make any sense. But don't call it free to play. At least call it something honest. Pay to play. And in describing pay to play, you can, put your little quotes there saying, some fees may apply once you get so far, but at least it's more honest to your subscribers. Anyway, that's just my opinion, and I'm totally sidetracked today because I have no particular, direction. But going back to the Star Wars The Old Republic, I mean, you expect things once you've tried out other things of the same IP, and I'll even quote, well, not quote, but I'll even refer to XCOM, an old strategy game from the 90s. And they're getting a remake too, which had me really excited for a little while, but not so much now, because there's like this trend. In MMOs, it's let's copy World of Warcraft as much as we can, or let's take the business sense, squeeze as much money out of our subscribers rather than just charging a subscription fee like most people are used to. And that is, with the strategy games or the older games, RPGs, everything's going to this damned first-person shooter thing. And, granted, yeah, sometimes I like being in that role. Seeing things first-person, it really does suck you into it. But, you know, if you're like me, you get motion sickness playing most of that first-person shooter stuff. And I kind of miss the third-person stuff, the turn-based stuff. And, you know, just because we've got this real-time strategy now, doesn't mean you should discontinue the turn-based stuff, in my opinion. That stuff can still work. There's still a crowd out there that will pay to play that stuff. So don't stop making them, in my opinion. But, you know, again, it's opinion, I guess. But, yeah, see, sidetracked again. See, I think if you really want a success, and it works in movies too, it's a formula. If you're going to make another XCOM game, well, yeah, it's cool to try out some different things. Stay true to the original. It was a real-time strategy. It was a micromanager's dream. If you're going to make a new one, then copy that. You know, reskin it. People will still play it because it's XCOM. Drop a few new things into it, but don't drastically change it. I think, for the most part, in the gaming industry anyway, we've seen that if you drastically change things, a lot of people won't like it. But again, you know, that's just my opinion. But it seemed to work in Star Wars Galaxies. Whenever that game got drastically changed, people quit in droves. And it's the main complaint now. Where are my 38 or I don't remember how many exactly right now. I may have just been around 20 some odd classes, but where are all my classes at? And that's like the biggest gripe with it right now. Otherwise, it's the same damn game today. There's no decay anymore. You don't have to unlock Jedi, and I think that one was inevitable anyway. And you don't have all those classes anymore. Now, if you added the classes back, probably added some form of decay, Jedi's staying around. Even the Old Republic knows that. Then people would probably flock back to Star Wars Galaxies and still complain about nothing to do. But again, that's just my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to get something out today. I may make another one of these. Being funny. May make another one of these today, and of course it'll be unedited. Haven't learned how to use that stuff yet, and I need to apologize for my previous videos because I still haven't gotten down to, you know, adding links where I need to, and that may help me get a few more views and subscribers. But remember, you know, if I succeed in this, I owe it to you, the viewer, right? Always. And another thank you to Philip DeFranco for getting me motivated enough to try something like this finally. I've got the time. I've got the webcam. May as well do it, right? Anyway, I believe today is Thursday, the 2nd of September 2010. And this weekend will be Dragon Con, so I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what pops up on the web about that. So if you're going, try and post a vid. And on that note, I'm going to get some things done. Woo! And I'll post another video later today, maybe. Adios.